This is the Nokia 3310, and for the next 7 days this is gonna be my only phone. No tablet, no smartphone, no backups. And if I fail this challenge, I'm gonna have to eat the spiciest pepper in the world. The Carolina Reaper. Why specifically this phone? Because when I was a kid, the Nokia 3310 felt like the pinnacle of what a phone could be. I remember how hard it was to get. It wasn't cheap, and for a long time it was just something I admired from a distance. Phones felt different back then. You didn't replace them every year. You got one and you used it for years. And in my humble opinion, I still think the design is flawless, even today. Simple, solid, nothing unnecessary. It just worked. I eventually ended up with one, thanks to my uncle, and that's why this phone still sticks with me. Not because of nostalgia alone, but because it reminds me of a time when tech felt more intentional.
Hola! Tech Specs with Hector. See, the Nokia 3310 was released in the year 2000. Battery life was measured in weeks. Drop resistance, yes. Emotional damage, no. This phone survived wars, nuclear fallout, and is going to probably survive the current US administration. The Nokia 3310 had the resolution size, let me check, of 84 by 48 pixel. They just swapped the numbers. That's interesting. Other than that, this phone had no gimmicks. No Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi, no Tri-Fi, no TikTok, schnick-schnock. Nothing. Just enough for you to make some important calls and keep in touch with your homes. That's it for me now, and I'll see you next time.
Before I even made it to day 1, the experiment almost ended. The first question was simple. Would this thing even turn on? I plugged it in and nothing. And after a while, finally, it started charging. After charging, I noticed the battery. It was swelling. Not dramatically, but enough to make you uncomfortable. So now this wasn't just a dumb phone challenge anymore. It also came with a low-level fear of spontaneous combustion. The next problem was the SIM tray, because nowadays we have these tiny nano SIM cards or no SIM cards at all, so of course it wouldn't fit in. So I did what felt like the only reasonable solution, and I 3D printed it myself. And that worked fine. But the victory didn't last long, because as soon as I turned on the phone, it hit me with the message I would see way too often: SIM not accepted. I tried another carrier, same result. Tried a third one. Still nothing. So I went to a local phone shop and I was hoping for someone to be like, I'm a competent individual and I know exactly what to do to unlock your phone. It didn't go that way. The guys were looking at me like... At some point, the guy next to him just asked me, have you ever been to Thailand? Have I have to... What? Like, what? Anyway. This whole interaction made Apple Genius employees look like actual geniuses. I left the shop with 0 answers and slightly less hope than before. Back at home, I decided to handle it myself. Let's just say I googled some stuff and used some gray area software you should only use in a VM. And after all of that, it finally worked. But even then, there was one thought I couldn't shake. This phone depends on 2G, so at any time 2G just might shut down. So I went outside and I was looking for 2G. And there it was. So the hard part is over, or at least I thought. This is where the experiment actually begins. Day 1, the shock. So my first day went kind of like this, waking up and instinctively reaching out for the phone, which was of course not there. No morning phone check, no doom scrolling on the toilet, taking notes on an actual notepad. Well, I have to take notes for the video, so I'm not able to take my phone out and just type whatever I want into my phone. I have to use an actual notebook. No reception at home. Not just with the Nokia. This is like a kind of a theme going around here. Reception is really bad. But with the Nokia 3310, it got even worse. But then I had the iconic Nokia ringtone blasting through the speaker. So the first day was kind of quiet. My hand kept reaching for a smartphone, which was not there. Moments on the toilet were pretty quiet. Turns out paper still exists. And all in all, I think it wasn't that bad. But then came day 2. Day 2. The cracks. So because of the phone being so old and the battery too, it doesn't last as it used to be. It still kept like a couple of days of charge, like maybe 2, but that was it. And as soon as the phone turned off, I had to reset time and date. Then I realized how useless my Apple Watch became, because with no iPhone, of course, you just have a very expensive bracelet on your hand. Except for, I think, Apple Pay, that still worked. But other than that, no notifications, no nothing. Then having to delete messages. Yes, that's a real problem with a Nokia 3310. You have to delete messages because you have only a certain amount of memory available to store SMS. I had to go through my messages and delete them one after the other so new messages can be received. So to sum day 2 up, every reboot felt like a time travel, and the phone was constantly fighting me on small things. Day 3, disconnection. This is where I started to actually feel the pain. Working out without music, with no AirPods, yeah, you can imagine. It was just me and my thoughts. Something else I really missed: no checking on the doorbell, no smart home, no home assistant, no checking on the cameras or my automatic irrigation system for my plants, or nothing. I couldn't check anything. I had to manually go there and see if everything's okay, and actually had to go to the door to see who's there. Yeah, I know, first world problems. So to sum day 3 up, it was just me and my thoughts, which was a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Like, I didn't miss scrolling that much on TikTok, but all the other things started to creep in, like things I mentioned before. It just shows how dependent we are on technology. No music, no distraction, just my thoughts and regrets. Yeah. Day 4. Real-life collision. So on day 4, I had to go to Munich for work. The bad part is, me not being able to use my phone, I had no navigation system, which was not updated in a while now, so I had to trust that the maps on the navigation system up to date enough that I actually arrived to my destination. I don't have music, but I also don't have a navigation system, except for the one integrated into my car, luckily, because this could have been a deal breaker. So here's a fun fact: in Germany we have to pay for radio services and TV, regardless if you're using it or not. So let's see what the radio has to offer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the worst station on earth. This is radio, we're taking control, we play the songs that hurt your soul.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
But this is not fun. This is so painful. In the hotel, I had my first phone call. Okay, so welcome to Munich with wifey to see how the quality was. Okay, so we're in Munich right now, and I'm gonna give wifey a call to see what she thinks about my new phone, and tried out some SMS. And it turns out, for some reason, every time I received a message from her or from anyone else, I received that 4 times in a row, which is kind of weird. Like 3 times. The 4th time? Yeah, the phone quality was okay. There it is. Hello. How's the quality? Just wanted to say hello and impress you with my new phone. Alrighty, I love you. See you soon. Bye-bye. And the other weird thing is that I sent 2 messages and the second one got there first. So she tried to send me some emojis that of course didn't work out. I have to go to sleep. Another thing that came across my mind is that I have to wake up at 4:30. I can't use my iPhone to wake me up, so I'm gonna find out if this one can. I'm gonna let you know tomorrow, so let's see you then. And of course, we need to talk about Snake. And I played a couple of minutes, but you know, after 5 to 10 minutes, I got used to it. After that, I had no entertainment whatsoever. I was just playing Snake. It was cool. It's not that I play a lot of games on my smartphone, but just, you know, checking some things on the internet and stuff like that. I was just completely off the grid, to say the least. The availability started to suffer, and that's where it got to me.
And every couple of seconds, people try to call me.
I got my phone back in usage because it was not working out. Clients were sending me PDF files like with schedules and stuff like that for me to check because I had to be at a certain place at a certain time. For me to run off every time someone sends me something to check on my laptop was not feasible. So yes, I took out my phone. My iPhone. In that context, I failed the challenge. So to sum day 4 up, I actually started using my iPhone again. Snake didn't save me, it was fun and all, but it started to affect other people. It started to affect clients, it started to affect everyone around me, like not being able to call me or even to write me a message because we rely on WhatsApp a lot in Europe. That was not a thing, and I had to realize that responsibility beats curiosity. Did I survive? Absolutely not. What does this actually prove? Well, it proves that we are really dependent on technology, on modern technology. The first couple of days were cool, you know, not doom scrolling and not having that brain fog from constantly going through TikTok videos. But it also showed me how dependent we are on technology, on being available, having, you know, all these commodities like checking your doorbell, for example, not having to go to the door every time. And it's also kind of a security problem nowadays. So yeah, I failed the challenge. I hope you had some fun with it, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have fun with the next section, the punishment. Trust me when I say do not touch a Carolina Reaper with your bare hands. You're gonna thank me later. Okay, so this is it. I got my milk ready right here. Let's do this. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Now here comes the outro. If you enjoyed this video, please please consider subscribing if you don't want to miss any future videos. Oh my god. Hit that notification bell. Oh my god. This is entertainment unfolding right in front of your eyes. I'm gonna see you the next time. Please tune in.